guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome. My name is Aiden. I am so happy that you are here. I really do mean that with my whole heart. I know I say the same thing every day, so it might sound a little ingracious, but it is really true. Today I have a video that it's been taking a little while to get together. It is about different scent subs. Now, you might feel a little overwhelmed with your collection or overwhelmed with all of the scents that people are talking about here on YouTube. I know I am, and I know there's a lot of fragrances that I would like to try, but that I'm not going to purchase for the prices that they are, or I don't have access to them because I don't have Nordstrom or fancier stores. I have a Dillard's and I have a Macy's, and that's about it. So there's a lot of fragrances that I don't have access to go to a counter or to smell. And you're paying for samples. Like if you looked at my last eBay haul, like what I paid for Tom Ford fragrance samples was really expensive because it's really hard to find them. So I decided to try some different subs, and I wanted to tell you about them and what my thoughts were on them and my experiences thus far. I'm going to talk about 4 of them. The first one is Luxury Scent Box, and they did send me these for review, and I did a video on those, so you can watch that. I'll link it up above. But I wanted to include them in here because I do have some thoughts on them as well. And then I have Perfume.com. Perfume.com and Fragrance X are the same company, and they do have a subscription service. The other 2 that I have are Fragrancenet.com, and they have a fragrance service called Purple Luxe. And then the last one is Scentbird, and this is the newest one. This is the one I have the least amount of experience with, but I was hoping that this would come, and it literally just came before I sat down to film, so I haven't even had this 10 minutes. Okay, so I started with Perfume.com because they have a subscription service that's $10 a month, which is not very bad at all. And when you go on there, you have a queue, and you can add as many as you want to the queue, but you can only see the next 12. So, like right now I would see probably June through May of next year. I might still be seeing May because I don't think I've been billed quite yet. So they let you know, because I've had one that's been on there that's been my first choice since I subscribed in January, which is Zadig and Voltaire's This Is Her, and I've really wanted to try that, but it's been sold out, so they just bump up the next one and the next one and the next one, which is fine. But it's kind of disappointing that one that is my number 1 choice hasn't always been there. So then they do my second choice. So you can go in and change, and you can rearrange the order. And I have deleted some that are easier to get or that you could buy cheaper, so that I would get more interesting fragrances. They do have a very good variety. They have a lot of Guerlains. I'll show you the ones that I've gotten here in a second. Let me show you the ones that I've gotten so that you can kind of get an idea, and then I might butcher some of the names of the other brands that they have. So the first one that I got is from Eccentric Molecule. This is O2. This is not the first one, but this is just the first one that I have. So each one of these do come in their own case, so you get a case every month. And this is what they all look like. I did have a blue case as well because one of my fragrances came in pieces, and I'll tell you about that in a second. So they twist up and you can pull them out, and it says that it is independently packaged by Perfume.com. And they do have them listed on the top, which I really like because it makes it really easy to see what you have. So I was excited to try this because this is one that's talked about a lot, and I don't know any stores that carry it. So this was a good way to try it for $10. And these are pretty good size samples. As you can see, you're supposed to have a month worth. They're a little smaller than the Luxury Sub Box, so those are going to be a little bit bigger than all of the other ones. And if I show you them next to each other, you can see that there's just a little bit more. I think one is a 9.9 and one is or 9 mil and one is an 8 mil. Well, that's the first one that I got. The other ones that I've gotten so far are Jean Paul Gaultier's Woman, and this is like just the classique, but they call it Woman on here, and they do have a code on there, so you can just enter this number on the website and it will pull up that particular perfume, so you make sure that you're getting the exact same one as you got the sample of. Then I got Stella McCartney Stella. Scratch what I just said. The Women is if it's a masculine or feminine fragrance, or I'm sure they have unisex on there as well. So Stella is the next one, and this is just the original Stella. I did get this one when I got it. It was the top was off and I couldn't get this vial out, and I couldn't push this lid back on to get it back in. So I did take a picture of it into the pieces, and they sent out a replacement right away. They were like, "Oh, we're so sorry to see that." And they sent it out, and it was very quick, and they really had good customer service. So I was impressed with them with that. And then the last one is the Nina Ricci Rose Extase. So I've worn all of these, and I'm glad that I've gotten them in this size because I really liked the Rose Extase. This to me smells like Delina, but without the incense, which on me, it just becomes pure incense. But this is like that beautiful rose. So I really enjoyed this one. I did like the Stella. I think it's a nice fragrance. I don't know if I need a bottle of it, kind of nice. I like I don't know what I think about the Classique. It's not my favorite, but it's kind of compelling in some ways too. I don't know. Anyway, there's that one. And then the last one, Eccentric Molecule O2, was not for me. I just didn't like how it sat on my skin. So I'm glad to try them. And I think for $10 a month, it's not that bad. They bill you every month. And yeah, you get a new case every month as well. So with that, they have a very wide variety of fragrances on there. I have some Tiziana Terenzi, I think that's how you pronounce her name. I have some of those fragrances coming. There's a lot of niche perfumes on there. Maybe not the most popular or the newest ones, but I have some Jo Malone coming as well on there. So there was a good variety of fragrances on there that I felt like I could get some really unusual and some cool fragrances. It didn't feel like a lot of designers fragrances or a lot of things that you see showing up in TJ Maxx or on those gray perfume sites. So it was really nice, and it's nice to know that they are a legitimate perfume site, and so I like that aspect of it. Next up is Fragrancenet, and they're very similar in their setup. They're both a gray market kind of perfume, so that you can get fragrances there that you can't always get at other retailers in the US, which is nice. I haven't done like complete research on any of these, so I'm not sure if they ship to other countries other than the United States. I'm sorry about that. But I wanted to tell you more of my experiences and how they work and if I feel like they're a good value or not. So the next ones are Fragrancenet. Like I said, they're a gray site. This one is also, it says as low as $9.95 a year, but you have to subscribe and pay the $9.95 upfront, which I did, which was fine. Otherwise, I think it's $14.95 a month. So you do save if you pay for it all in advance. And then they have ones that are considered like premiums, and they're an additional $5 or $10 depending on what they are. So like really expensive or fancy perfumes, popular ones, they will have a premium price of $5 or $10 more. You can exclude that as you're building your queue so that you can not have those there. The thing with them is that you can only have your 12 in your queue. You can't add as many as you want, and they'll just save them. They only let you do for this amount of time. So what I've gotten so far, I was really excited about some of the brands they had. That I did get all of these for $9.95 once I paid up front. The first one is Mad Madam by Juliet Has a Gun. That was one that I got. I also got Cleef and Arpels. This is the Orchid Vanille. And then I also got California Revie from Van Cleef and Arpels. And then the other one I have is Hermes. This is my newest one. And this is the Eclat Rhubarb. It's the Rhubarb Eclat. And like really cool fragrances, and I go in there and I tend to kind of look through and decide, well, maybe I don't want to do this one, and you can move them around, which is really nice as well. So I have been enjoying this one. I like the rhubarb. This one is a super tart. It's almost like it's a unisex, and I definitely get that because it's a little bit more than what a little bit. It has more to it than I normally like. I like something usually a little sweeter or a little less loud, I guess. The Mad Madam is not a fragrance that I like. It's not one that I felt, I don't know. It smells overly perfumey, which sounds really funny, but it's more of an old-fashioned perfume, I feel like. And then I really like both of the Van Cleef and Arpels that I got. I think they're both really nice. I really like Orchid Vanille. It's just really light and like a powdery vanilla. I really like it. And I like the California one too. So I really enjoyed this. I do have to make sure that I always put no premium, because I don't want to end up with being charged for a perfume more than $10. But I think this is a great way to try them for $10. And these ones, so I should show you, it does say on the inside what they are. And it also says it has a little barcode on the outside. So you could peel those off, but I kind of like having them on the outside so that I know what the perfume is. But I like being able to tell what they are without having to pull them apart. So that is the Fragrancenet. Let's talk luxury scent box. I'm not as familiar with how their subscription works, because when they contacted me, they just asked if I would like to have 3 bottles sent and then do a video and talk about them. And I did, and I really enjoyed the fragrances that they gave me. I haven't looked into subbing quite yet, just because I've been doing all of these other things, and I have a lot of perfumes right now. So I do like that it seemed to be really customized. I said, I like fruity florals, and I'm really interested in trying more niche fragrances instead of designers, and they were able to accommodate that. So what they sent me was the Maison Cerebrite Paris Bed of Roses, and it's a milky kind of perfume. It looks weird, but that's how it's supposed to look. And then these ones you do have to pull out. Like I said, they are slightly larger than the other ones, but you have to pull them out to read what they are. This one is Mancera Chocolate and Roses, which I really like. And then the last one in here is Montel Sweet Flowers. So I do have those as well. Like I said, I'm not as familiar with how their website works and how you build your queue. And I believe these are $14.95 a month. I will have links down below. I don't think there's referral links for Perfume Com or for Fragrancenet, but this one I do have a code that you can use to get a discount on. I don't make anything off of it. It's just a code that they gave me to put for a discount. And then I will have a code for Scentbird, and that one is like a referral code, so that you get a discount and I get a free perfume if you sign up through that. So that would be really cool. Anyway, this barely came. I ordered this back on April 13th. It is May 6th. You're seeing this the day before it goes up. Or I'm filming this the day before it goes up. It came in a little baggie like this. The other ones just came loose, all of them. And actually, no, the luxury set box came in they were each individually packaged in a little box. And this is what it looks like. So I have a white case. I think it told me that I was getting a white case, but I couldn't figure out a way to change the color. You can get other cases, and I think they're like $10 a piece. And that seems like, I don't want a whole bunch of cases for $10. That seems like a lot. So this is what it looks like. You do pull it out, and that's when it's going to tell you what the scent is. I haven't sprayed this at all or anything. I do like that the case seems to be kind of pearlescent, which is kind of nice. So these ones, you don't get a new case every month, but they do tell you how. Most of them come with a little card like this. I don't have the cards anymore. And then it does give me a card also that talks about the fragrance. So this month I chose Amouage Love Tuberose, and this is a limited edition fragrance. They have a whole bunch of limited editions that you can only get. They only have a certain amount of them available. So if you want those, you either have to like rearrange your queue or you have to do more than one a month. And right now I'm just on the one for $14.95. I wanted to try this before I do any more because it is cheaper if you get 2 or 3. So I think I'm going to go up to the 2 starting next month because I have several that I want and I'd rather have them a little cheaper. And if they're doing more ones that are limited edition, I want to be able to try those in a timely fashion, and because they don't guarantee that they'll come back. I ordered it before the 13th. It was shipped on the 13th. That's what it is. On April 15th, it said there was a delay, and it was supposed to be here on April 22nd. So April 15th, it said it allow an additional 24 to 48 hours. And I was like, okay. It sat there and sat there and sat there and sat there. And I read through all the FAQs, and it said, you know, if you don't get it by the 1st of the next month, contact us. And I did. And I was like, okay. So Tuesday I contacted them and I said, you know, I never got this. It's been sitting in St. Louis since April 15th. And it said it was originally supposed to be delivered on the 22nd. I don't really know what's going on. And they said, oh, it looks like it got lost in shipment. We'll send you another one. Unfortunately, the scent that you wanted is sold out. So please tell us another scent that you wanted. So then I went back on the website and I chose another fragrance, Rose Trocadero. I can't remember what the company is. So I don't know if they're going to still send that because they said that they were. And then this showed up today in the mail, which is hilarious that the day after they said they were going to replace it, it showed up. So it took a long time to get here, at least a good 3 weeks for it to get here. I don't know. Anyway, this is Love Tuberose. I will tell you the notes because we're here. This is tuberose, gardenia, chantilly cream, vanilla, and sandalwood. And it is an amouage. I think that's how you pronounce them. I don't know. Oh, this is pretty. It's a very florally fragrance. It's not like you know how they say that you can have a really sweet tuberose? It doesn't smell like an overly sweet fragrance. It's just kind of nice. So I will be wearing this and trying it out eventually. I've tried all of the other fragrances. Obviously, I haven't tried this one because, like I said, it just came. Next one is one of their limited edition, a Tiziana Terenza. I think that's how you say your name. Fragrance. So that's my next one that's coming for May. They're preparing it. I've been charged. And then they also have like options where you can buy your whole queue for a discount. And then they have add-ons, which I haven't really, like they're constantly sending you emails. With Perfume.com and with Fragrancenet, they don't send you any emails at all about your fragrance subscription unless it's like your Fragrancenet order has shipped, your Purple Luxe subscription has shipped. Perfume will email and say, hey, we're getting ready to choose this one. Do you still want this one? Or they'll say, this is not available right now, so we're going to do the next one. And they always do that too late for you to like rearrange. So keep on top of it. That's my best advice for the perfume subs is kind of keep on top of your queue, look through it, rearrange as you go. I have quite a few fragrances on the way. I'm trying to think. I think in my Fragrancenet, I have some Prada La Femmes coming because I've been interested in those. What else do I have? I have Jo Malone's coming in one of them. Confessions of a Rebel is in my Scentbird. And yeah, there's just a whole bunch of different ones. And it depends. It really depends on what you're looking for. For me, I was looking for niche, more unusual fragrances, ones that I don't have access to on a daily basis, so that I could try out some ones or try out some ones that I will never purchase because they're too expensive. Just they're above what I've decided to put my perfume cap at. Anyway, let me know if you have any experience with any of these subs. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'm happy to answer any questions, and I can do a little research and try to answer questions as well. And if you have experience with other subs, I know there's Scentbox and there's another one that I can't think of, Royalty Scents. Let me know your experiences with them, what type of fragrances they have, if you would recommend them or not. Let me know because I'm finding this really interesting, and I kind of like that I get to choose what I'm getting instead of just random mix of things. So I'm kind of enjoying these more than my beauty box subscriptions right now. Anyway, let me know how you are doing as well. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. If you have not already subscribed, please do consider subscribing, and don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.